Hello guys, welcome to Skills for Teams. Today I will talk about my Skate Agile certification, certified safe 5 Agilist. I just passed the certification 4 days ago and I did a training before, and today I would like to share my experience about the Skate Agile framework and about the certification. For those who haven't seen it before, this has been most I know from Skate Agile before the certification. It's an approach of scaling Agile up to large organizations, and the SAFE plan, this overview, is one of the core things you need to learn for Skate Agile certification. But some things apply different. Like, I thought the Agile release train is mostly a technical concept, how to release product increments to a production environment, but actually the Agile release train is more like a department. It's a team of teams, actually they have a scrum of scrum meeting, so it's kind of scrum of scrums. That was one main difference. SAFE is combining a lot of Agile concepts you can find on the Agile Whiteness as single concept. Some are renamed, some are written in an own way, so they got an own interpretation of it. For example, it's inside the SAFE framework. You find Kanban, you find Scrum, you have usual Scrum teams. You find software architecture, so they have a concept using software architects on different levels, like solutions architect, system architect, or enterprise architects. That's they have epics on site. Actually, I've never seen an organization using all parts of SAFE, but you find a lot of concepts which are adapted and you can find in the wild, and you can adapt for your things. So the basic thing of Skate Agile is you have different teams, Scrum teams or Kanban teams, it doesn't matter. And around the iterations of your teams, you have another thing called product increment. And a product increment includes 5 usual sprints and has an own planning section from where teams work together. And all that is named as an Agile release train. You have a lot of specific other things inside Skate Agile. One core concept you need to learn for certification is business agility. And if you read it, actually SAFE is a bit of buzzword bingo, to be honest. You've got a lot of buzzword combined together, interpreted in their own safe way. Here you have 7 principles. One is it's all around customer centricity, which is the center part. But it's the center part of all Agile methods. You got lean Agile leadership. You got continuous learning culture, which comes for me with the Agile culture. Organizational agility. You've got lean portfolio management, which is pretty interesting, and it's a way of lean portfolio management. Enterprise solution delivery. Agile product delivery. So enterprise solution is a bit higher level than Agile product delivery. And team and technical agility. So these are the 7 business agility core principles or core methods, and they build the core of the SAFE framework. Besides that, you have a few other things which are important. For example, of course, SAFE is using lean, and you have the SAFE house of lean, which is built here. It's all around value and leadership, and you got lean principles like respect for people and culture, flow, innovation, and relentless improvement. So, details around that. You also have called SAFE Lean Agile Principles 10. At this point, I will use both hands for it. So there are 10 Lean Agile Principles, and I will name those. This is take an economic view, and you find that in aligning, for example, your teams and your Agile release train around the value streams. Apply system thinking, assume a variability, preserve options, so keep options alive. Build incrementality with fast integrated learning cycles. Okay, we know that from all Agile methods. Base milestones on objective evaluation of working systems. So the milestones are not around design is finished, it's around you already have built a part of the product. Visualize and limit VIP. It's actually, to be honest, stolen from Kanban. Reduce batch sizes and manage queue lengths. Apply cadence synchronized with cross-domain planning. So it's an iterative approach. Unlock the instinct motivation of knowledge workers, which is important for Agile. And decentralized decision making and organize around value. You find this when you organize your art trains, you organize them around the value streams. They got two types of value streams. One is called the product you produce, and I'm not sure, the operative one, which is actually selling stuff, and the development one, which is developing the product. Yeah, you got a lot of things which are included in SAFe. So, for example, DevOps is a part of SAFe framework, and they got this own DevOps definition called Karma. If you want to know about DevOps in SAFe, you need to read the Karma definition. It's mostly in SAFe. It says DevOps is a cultural thing, but they also offer some technical requirements. For example, they divide release and deployment. So you need feature toggles to implement it. You first release it to production. No, you first deploy it to production, and then when you decide it's releasable, it's a business decision to make it free. This, of course, requires a lot of effort within the DevOps tech results. You need technically be in state to deploy things on productions and release it upon configuration. It also requires skills for testing. For testing, there are also suggestions found in SAFe, and this is, for example, they got BDD as a principle for product owners. That's where you find testing, for example. Of course, TDD and the whole XP practices like pair programming 2 principles are also part of the SAFe framework. The PI planning is another planning. So every team has its own planning, every iteration, which is 2 weeks. But around them, every 5 sprints, you got a PI planning, which is covering the whole release train. And I think you got a solution planning as well. And PI planning is a 2 days meeting with a detailed plan. You can see it here. It's from 8 till one day is from 8 till 6, which is quite challenging if the people arrive from another location. But the PI planning is basically the whole objectives, and some parts of SAFe. We also have OKRs, or can use OKRs. The PI planning is to coordinate the development around teams. And it's done every 5 sprints. Some do it, as I've heard, every 6 sprints to match it a quarter. Business quarter, that's different. So, what SAFe also has is an implementation roadmap, how to implement it, and basically starts with one team got up to Agile release train, and then we train more teams and launch more teams and roll it out to the whole organizations. To me, the SAFe framework is pretty interesting, but I've not seen somebody who is using a whole SAFe exactly implemented yet, and in my opinion it's quite different. The certification itself was for me learning a lot more about it, what it is exactly, and I can recommend it if you want to learn about it, if you just need the paper to do it. And you can find a lot of things which you can adapt to other Agile approaches. So a concept like the Agile release train or release on demand can be done with any organization, with any product, using a SAFe or Spotify model or whatever. The certification itself, I did a little trick, because I don't want to spend 2 whole days. I decided for training in another time zone. I had a coach, he was called Ryan, so if you watch me, hello, Ryan. And actually, because it was for the US market, it was on the weekend from, I don't know which time, but for me, in European time, it was from 1600 till 1 o'clock in the night. So I could spend the beautiful day outside like today and just sit at home at night and don't lose a work day, even nobody was disturbing me towards the training. That might even be a trick if you decide to get trained in another time zone and used to work through normal business hours. Nobody will call you and disturb you, and nobody of your colleagues will come in. That's a nice thing about it. I learned some stuff about it. I got the certification, which is actually a 90 minutes test. I had some extra preparation for the certification, so I get 2 or 3 practice exams and look 2 or 3 things, and even these papers is what I printed out to get it a bit better learned, and then I passed the certification. If you want to try it, tell me about it. If you have adopted the SAFe Skate Agile framework, which is the different version of it, from essential to full, it's from small to bigger organizations or bigger parts of organizations. If you use it in your company or would like to discuss about it, leave me a comment or send me a message. I'm really curious to hear about it. Otherwise, join my channel and hope to see you next time. Bye.